This is the forest where my childhood home is nestled, where I first grew the fascination with the idea of running away in the warm comfort of never actually having to go that far from home. There's my house that you can see right through the forest because we live right next to it, which made it very easily accessible. At the ripe old age of 17, I realized this was something special, a memory that was worth being preserved. I played in this forest when I was a little kid, and it was a lot of fun. I think the forest kind of is a central thought when I think about the neighborhood, because when I was a kid, this is kind of where all the neighborhood kids played. Like, we had neighbors over on both sides that, I don't know, we all just came and played here. Most of those people don't live here anymore, but it's good times. This forest goes on for like a bajillion years. This forest is 17 acres. We filmed a lot of movies and stuff back there. We filmed a war movie. In early high school, the forest had transitioned from my childhood outdoor wilderness survivalist fantasy to a low-budget movie stand-in for Vietnam. Let me get studying. Nooks and cranes. Like, as a kid, I'd crawl down there into that mud and over that ledge. Like, that's a fun adventure. Returning to that forest now, more than anything, is a reminder of how much something can change in just a few years. Getting back to my roots, what? This bridge was put in sometime after I moved away from home. It was definitely not here when I was a kid. We didn't have that here when I was a kid either. This bench was never here before when I was a kid. Like, there weren't benches, there weren't pathways. There wasn't any sign of like habitable society. It was just chaos for children.
When you were a kid, we didn't have benches. We just stood all day.
Back when
we never even heard of benches.
We didn't even know what a bench was.
What is this newfangled bench?
Sat on logs. We sat on our hands. We sat on each other. We climbed trees just so we could sit down. Sat on stumps. We were roughing it.
Bench.
Bench. What's in the street? I actually don't know why this is here. I feel like if you're in the forest,
if you're lost in the forest, this is not gonna help orient you.
Yeah, that's not. I love this sign. This sign wasn't here when I was a kid. They have it in English and then translated to in animal. I like the implication that it's like, humans, it's your responsibility to keep this place nice. Because animals really need to have fun. Like, it's mostly for them, so we need to not mess it up. It's a good sign. I support this sign even though it wasn't there as a kid. My mom fought for that. Like, my mom made sure that this park was not going to get turned into other houses or anything. Basically, this forest exists because of my mom. She tells the story really well. I have no way to tell the story. It was like an ongoing fight because they were like sending contractors in here and she would run out and she'd document them doing it. She really badgered city council. We're really lucky that this forest is here. And like now it's like for sure not going anywhere. And that, I don't have my house anymore, but it does give me a sense of comfort to know that no one's gonna fuck with the forest. And now my grandma can't watch this video because I just said fuck, so whatever.